Greetings, everybody. Hope you're okay, and I hope you are fine. Welcome to the Poetic Flows podcast. We are live in November. It's actually November the 13th, and we are 2 weeks into our November theme. As of this autumn struck winter, we are using the month as a theme for all our poems, because why? It's an interesting month, and the weather and the colors you see and all the things you experience in October, November are amazing. And when you read the poems about the weather and the months, it's actually interesting, and people have a lot to say. And I'm like, wow, it's brilliant, it's interesting. So welcome to the Poetic Flows podcast. I'll be your host, Prof. Josh, as you see over there. Definitely, if you are new, subscribe and share. Welcome to our channel. We're always live at Emerald Book Club. That's our host for the poetry. But all in all, we're here live every Monday at 8 p.m. giving you the best in poetry. And tonight we have a poem entitled November Rain by Allerton. I read through it, and boy, oh boy, I love it. Oh man, woman, oh man, it is interesting. The rhymes, the connotations, the rhythm, it is brilliant. Well, thank you all for joining. But before we begin, I'm going to play a quick video to introduce us for those who are new, and if it's your first time. I'll play a quick video so you can know who we are and what we are all about. There you go. Welcome back. So that was a quick video about who we are and what we do. Definitely, I am grateful for your attendance and for those who watch. So before we begin, I would like to know we're here every Monday. So every Monday, that's us here. Look at the bottom. So join us every Monday at the Poetic Flows podcast. We are live here every Monday talking about poetry and the beauty of poetry and much more. So definitely welcome, and you can check it out at the bottom. For those who are new, I'm going to post a link into our club. Just a minute. Yeah, so nowadays, I'm going to post a link for those who want to know. Definitely, you can check out the links. We are live in the event. So if you want to share with your friends, you can click on the link and you can share with your friends. Definitely. So click that on there, and then so click the link and you will read more about the event. So we are live right there, November Rain. So thank you all for joining. Hope you had a lovely week. We had one last week, and it was beautiful. It was fantastic. It was good. So today we are going to go on with our, with our groups and much more. So yeah, so welcome to November. For those who are new, how are you and how was your day? This is Monday, the 13th of November. I'm talking about November Rain. So today's poem is entitled November Rain, and it's perfect because guess what? Today it was raining. And yes, so normally this November has been quite warm for us here in the UK. But generally it's supposed to be cold, cold. But before it's been hot. So I was like, is this actually November? But today it was actually, I felt the November rain coming out because it was strong. The wind came out like, yep, definitely we have begun our winter. Because today the rain hit us and I was like, oh, that is gorgeous. That is beautiful. So normally we have the warm weather. So we're all shocked like this November. But today, the rain came out and it was hot. And like, I mean, it was cold. And like, yes, definitely we are in November. So November rain, it was perfect, exactly as we are going to recite our poem tonight. November rain, it began today in our region of the UK. And the rain came in this magnificent winter rain. So it was perfect timing. It was, how ironic was that? Because we're waiting for winter did not come, and then now suddenly it comes from nowhere. I'm like, oh, so it was perfect for me or for us here in the UK. Actually, for us who are here on the poetry, on the podcast, definitely. So yeah, if you are new, thank you very much, and definitely I'm going to show you a group where we always post our good tidings, our good poems. So we are always live in Emerald Book Club. I'm also live on my Facebook page, but normally we have all our activities in the book club, which I'm going to show you right here. So definitely, if you want to join our club, if you want to comment, we have our book club every Wednesdays and much more. We will be in Emerald Book Club. So this is our club where we always meet. So for those who are new, you can see I'm live right here in the group. And then if you want to scroll down, so there are some people who, all right, some things might not be appropriate for the club, but we'll definitely work on that later. Beside that. So yeah, this is our podcast. So this is our Facebook group. Every Monday we have a prompt saying time for Monday poetry. So we can share a beautiful poem for those who love poetry. Definitely. And every Sunday we say happy birthday. So if you had a happy birthday, or you had a birthday this week, from Monday to Sunday happy birthday to you. There's a prompt in our group. So all those who are celebrating their birthdays this week, definitely. And here we have one of our top contributors, as you can see from a label, Katerina Kobzaru. She shared a lovely piece of literature, I Was Never Broken, Volume 2. So you can read it here. If you push me away, I won't be here. When you decide I'm worth it, I won't be here. When you decide I'm the one, my heart doesn't have what it takes anymore to be an open house to broken souls. I was never an option. I refuse to be treated like I'm worthless. That's a beautiful poem she shared from Moon Soul Child. So that's a bit of the content that we have in our Facebook group. As you can see, these are people who've just joined recently, so we're actually blown up. On the right-hand side here, you can see our upcoming events. So right here, there's all the poetry events we have here. We also have every Wednesday, we have book club meetings, so definitely come up. But because it's poetry, check here on the right-hand side, we're live right now. Then we have one coming up and two more for the month of November. This is a book, The Ancient Black Hebrews. Very nice book I saw by Amaru Amanaku. It's a lady who's introducing herself in the group. People saying thank you for welcoming to the group. The gentleman who's introducing himself. So definitely thank you for joining the group. This was a Friday night celebration and all much more. So if you are keen, definitely join our group in there, and we will be more than happy to have you in our group. But that's where all our magic happens. All right, so that is where all our magic happens for those who are inquiring. And also we have our end of month meeting every last Wednesday of the month. So this week's going to be 29th of November at 8 p.m. GMT time for those who are interested in joining us, definitely. So that's about it. So, but what is poetry? Before we begin, what is poetry? So poetry is literary work in which the expression of feelings and ideas is given intensity by the use of distinctive style and rhythm. So that is poetry, when the use of literature is used by intensity, by the distinctive style, and rhythm. So that, my friend, is poetry. I'm learning as well, so I'm getting there, but I'm getting to learn more about poetry every day. So if you are an established poet, definitely would like to hear more about you and your poetry. Obviously, we don't encourage anything, moral or illegal ones. I think is good, positive. We encourage positive poems, definitely. But I am into poetry, so I'm learning much about poetry. And if you are, definitely, then you are more than welcome to join us for poetry. But all in all, yes, definitely, it's good, it's great. But now I'm going to talk about November Rain by Allerton. I went through the poem, and goodness me, I was blown away. It was fantastic. It was great. It was beautiful. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I won't lie to you. I love the poem. It's amazing. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share the event which we have, so you can read along with me. And if you have any comments, I'll be watching the comment section. If you have anything to talk about, anything else you want to mention, definitely comment. So let me share my screen with you. So this is the event. That's me live at the top over there. Can you hear me loud and clear? Oh, good. So if I go down the page, I put the poem over there. So I'm going to recite this poem, and if you know the poem, definitely join in. Have any comments? Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me. Is that too big? Oh, I've lost it now, haven't I? All right, let me reduce it a bit. So here we are. Where's it gone? November Rain by Allerton. Before I begin, I love the way the writer uses the rhymes at the end of the words. You can see at the end, you can mention it, but it's beautiful, it's straight to the point, and it's fantastic. So definitely, if you know the poem, definitely join in with me. But I loved it. I read through it before, and I loved the way she described November Rain. Because today was perfect for me, because I thought I was walking around like, oh my goodness me, today the rain has actually began in the UK. Okay, not area of the UK. Before it was warm, but today the rain was pouring like it was a storm. I'm like, oof, today is November rain. I even told one of my colleagues, my friends, that, oh, it's raining today. And she's like, yes. I'm like, oh, and perfect. It actually matches with our poem today. So enough about me. Let me recite the poem. Hope you enjoy it. Well, November Rain by Allerton. November rain, fitfully beating the window pane, creeping in pools across the street, clinging in slush to dainty feet, shrouding in black the sun at noon, wrapping a pall about the moon. As you can see now, she begins with at the end of the words, you can tell the rain, pain, street, feet, moon, moon. The rhymes are perfect. November rain, fitfully beating on the window pane. Now your windows in the room, sitting room is beating your pane. Boo. Creeping in pools across the street. You know where the puddles are, isn't it? Clinging in slush to dainty feet, walking across, and you feel your shoes or your feet are in water or in feet. Shouting in black, the sun at noon. You know, it's blocking out the noon, so it's always dark during November because it's raining and it's gloomy sometimes. Wrapping a pall about the moon. And that is painting a big picture for you, for those who understand it. That's a massive picture she's painting in there. You can paint about creeping. Creeping is in the pools, you know. Clinging is holding on. Shrouding is blocking. And then wrapping. So you can paint a picture of that, isn't it? Is wrapping around the pool. Do you get it? So you can also use the words street, creeping in the street, clinging, dainty feet, shrouding the sun at noon. So not any time, but at noon it's dark already. Wrapping a pall about the moon. So all these are painting pictures in your mind, like what a November it is. But that was verse 1. So verse 2. Out in the darkness, sobbing, sighing, yonder where the dead are lying, over mounds with headstones gray, and new ones made but yesterday, whips the rain above the mold, whips the night rain sad and cold. Now I think here, I might be wrong, but I think she's in the graveyard. So out in the darkness, sobbing, sighing, yonder, as over there, where the dead are lying. So yonder is the other side there, where the dead are lying, which is the mortuary, no, cemetery, right? I'm guessing the cemetery. Over mounds with headstones gray. So you think about someone who's been buried and there's a headstone, and new ones made but yesterday. Weeps the rain above the mold, weeps the night rain sad and cold. Now the picture she's painting, the poet is painting here is someone who has died on the graveyard, and so it's not a really happy end, but it's more of a cold night. It's people dead. So this November, when it's very hard to be positive. Sometimes it's very hard to be happy in November. It's very hard for people to be happy in November because it's raining, it's cold, and there's no sunshine most of the time. People are sobbing, sighing, dead or lying. Headstones are gray. Gray is not really a positive color. Gray means, it's tending towards in the middle, but it's not really a happy color. When weeping, sad, cold, all this is part of November. The weeping, the sadness, the coldness is part of November rain. So I paint a picture of that, and that is the second verse. So you're out in the dark. Yonder above there, look before, there is a graveyard with the dead are lying. The mounds with headstones which are all gray. A new one's met but yesterday. So gray, yesterday, mold, cold, sighting, lying. So the poet carries on with the rhymes at the end of each sentence. And they have two, if you notice that. Fantastic. Going to the third verse. The low wind wails, a voice of pain, fit to chime with the weeping rain. Dirge-like psalm it sings and swells, till I start and listen for tolling bells. And let them toll, the summer fled, wild winds and rain bewail the dead. Carrying on here with the cold winter. Oh, you can see the thunderstorms, the wind. Now had some sound here. The wind wails. A voice of pain. Oh, it's cold, it's rain, oh help. Fit to chime, not the chimes. The little bells chiming with the weeping rain. So now this is a sad moment. You can feel a minor chord. If you like piano or guitar, especially piano, now you can play a minor chord because minors are sad chords. I can feel the coldness, the sad, nothing happy at all. Low wind wails. That is very sad. It's low. The wind is wailing. Wailing is someone has died. Oh, it's a voice of pain. Oh, why? Because is there no sun? Is it too much rain? Is it because of the dead? It's fit to chime with the weeping rain. That's more of somebody, like bell, church bell plumbing. Someone's died. Oh, someone's being buried. It's weeping, but it's raining and it's cold. There's no sun. Oh, November's rain. Goodness me. Dirge like solemn. It sinks and it swells, till I start and listen for tolling bells. And let them toll. Guess what? I think I know why. Because the summer fled. The summer is gone. The summer did not walk, did not run. It fled means it ran for its life. I'm out of here. I'm gone. See, the word fled means running for your life or disappearing, running, leaving everything behind. Running can be running, walking, yeah, but to flee means to run for your life, or leave everything behind. Don't care what you leave behind. When somebody flees, they leave everything, even their loved ones, they leave them behind. Everything they like, they leave behind. That's fleeing. So summer fled. So that can tell you, you can paint a picture and say, wow, there's no, summer's gone, not gone, it's fled, it's gone. So that means there's no even picture of warmth or sunlight. The wild winds and rain bewail the dead. Now it's like people are dying. It's like death. November is like death. People are now dead. It's like the world is dying and people are being buried. So that's the picture she's painting. The poet is painting of November. Yes, tolling beds. The summer has fled. Summer is the happy times, people enjoying, happy, giving thanks, partying. Now people are dying, bewailing the dead. Look at the words. Low wind wails, voice of pain, weeping rain. It sings and swells, tolling bells. Summer has fled, bewail the dead. Now this is a picture of, if I would say a horror movie, right? Not the horror, the vampire movies. They're not always bright, are they? If we look at the horror movies, they're not always in a sunny place, are they? Most horror movies are always dark, rainy, it's cold. The dead is in the cemeteries, in the old behind the church, the bells chiming, the wind wailing of pain. Now this is a perfect picture for a horror movie or for a sad movie. And some of the vampire comes in and bites you, wow, say I'm already immersed in it, because just by the words you can paint a picture. If you look at most horror movies, it's mostly in November because it's dark, there's no sun, and now the vampires are out to bite and say, ha ha ha, no sun for you guys, it's our time to run, to run the month. So yeah, you can feel it in the poem. It's wailing. It's people are dying. Why? Summer has fled. The good times have gone. So it is true. Normally, today I was walking and the wind was strong and everyone was calling. Everyone was by themselves. No one's saying hi or getting up. Everyone's trying to keep themselves warm and it's weeping. It's painful. So yes, today we have actually began November and the rain has come. So yes, definitely we're in the month. It's like the sun has gone down and we're in the month of the dead. In old Egypt, it was the two brothers who were fighting, Set and Sun. The Set was sunset, and Horus would rule the day, and Set ruled the night. So we're in the night time, and so it's about the dead, the weeping, the voice of pain, and much more. Definitely. So that's the third verse. So just by the words, you can tell a lot about the picture and what it means. Moving on to the fourth one. And yet not dead. Aha. But yet not. So almost, but yet not dead. A prophecy. Aha. I'd like to know more. Any comments? A prophecy is there. Yes. Over wintry wastes come down to me. Strong, exultant, floating down. Over frozen fields and forests brown. Clear and sweet it peals and swells, like New Year chimes from midnight bells. But here we see it's a bit of a change, in my opinion, from cold and negative to, oh, hold on, there's hope, and yet not dead. But you're not dead. So the prophecy of wintry wastes come down to me, strong, exultant, floating. So although it's winter, it's coming down, it's strong. Now the words have changed from negative, dead, wailing to strong, exultant, floating down over frozen fields and forests brown. So this is, I'm guessing, the snow. Is that coming down? Am I right? So over wintry wastes come down to me, strong, exultant, floating down over frozen fields and forests brown. Clear and sweet it peals and swells, like New Year chimes from midnight bells. I can see here it's a bit of a change from the first three verses. It's more like, I think it's more of a hope, like, hey, not yet dead. There's still hope for this November rain for the dead. So let's carry on. Move on to the fourth verse. So it tells of a heart with life aglow, throbbing under the shrouding snow, beating with pulses warm. It's like a hibernating bear. It's not yet dead. It's all cold, but underneath the snow. So throbbing is, fighting under the shrouding snow. Shrouding has covered the whole place. So yes, now the snow, I'm guessing it's in America, the snow has covered the whole place. So it tells of a heart with life aglow. The life is still glowing, but it's throbbing. Like a heart under the shrouding snow. It's beating, with pulses warm. You get it. I'm in the mood. While roars above it, the gusty storms above the snow, there's a storm, remember the hailstorm with the wind above the snow. Asleep, not dead. Your grief is vain. Wild, wailing winds, November rain. Bravo. I must clap for this. Bravo, bravo. Definitely, that is a poem and a half. Well, I am immersed. I am taken away. I'm blown away by the words and how it has been put together. So the ending is, first it becomes positive, and the end is, oh, it's dark, it's dead, it's coming down, but wait, not yet dead, hold on. And if this whole white snow, there's a throbbing, the pulse, when you check your heart pulse, it's throbbing. I'm not yet dead. I'm here, I'm still alive. Don't give up on me. I'm there. And it's not yet dead. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You get me? So that is, gives you hope, like, yes, we're in the rain, it's holding, it's pain, but my friend, there's nothing dead. Because underneath the snow, things are growing. So the darkness it feels like it's dark, but it's actually building again. So the darkness, the cold is growing again. Things are growing again and fresh. Things are hibernating or having a rest and building again. It's like a cocoon. It's not there, but it's building. Things are happening. The magic is happening underneath the snow. So your grief is vain. You're asleep, but it's not dead. Wild wailing winds, November rain. What a beautiful poem. What a beautiful poem. Oh my goodness me. I love that. So that was beautiful. That is amazing. What a beautiful poem. November Rain. Yes, I have felt it because I am in the rain right now. And I'm like, oh my goodness me. The rain has started began. I felt, yeah, now I am actually in November. I felt the holding, the wind, the pain. I had an umbrella. I had to have it closed. It was swiftly took my umbrella away. Like, oh, I like definitely in November because last week has been very warm. But now I feel, yes, November rain has come through. And I feel like, oh my goodness me, this poem came at the right time. So November rain, definitely you are welcome. Definitely. But yeah, so you're asleep, but it's not dead. Asleep, but not dead. But for me, that was a beautiful poem. I like the poetry at the end and how it showed up. How she talked about it in it, For me, it was amazing. Unfortunately, we have no one who can comment and let me know. I was hoping someone would let me know what their thoughts are. I think it's amazing how you describe the holding, the winds, the chimes. There's a lot about the dead. So I'm guessing it was picturing a cemetery, people dying. But it might be a symbolism of things, whatever's happening underneath the snow. Because underneath the snow, people think it's dead, but they're actually sleeping or throbbing or it's cleansing or the magic is happening or they're being born again or they're growing. But that's my take on the poems. I hope you enjoyed it. I loved it. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It was beautiful. Well done, Ellen. That was amazing. I would like to know who you are. Definitely. For me, that was a plus. It was a beautiful poem. So definitely want to see if you want to know who Ellen is. So Ellen Palmer Allerton was an American poet whose inspiration probably came from her life on farms in rural New York, Wisconsin, and Kansas. She is best remembered for the poems Beautiful Things, The Trail of 49, and The Waltz of Corn. So that is our poet for today. Check on the video. You can find more about her here. I love the poem. I think I'm going to go to Wikipedia. So Ellen Palmer Allerton was born October 17th, 1835, and died August 31, 1893. Oh, very young. Oh, sorry. Just about 60 or no so. I'm going to check here on the side. So the teacher, farmer, and the poet. Before she could read or write, Allerton was said to have had the ability to compose poems in her head and later recite them from memory. Oh, bravo. That's good. Allerton received her higher education at an academy in Hamilton, New York, before becoming a school teacher at around 18 in Centerville. So you can read more about the poet here. She died on last day of August 1893 and was later raised in a small grave at Hamlin in a bed of her favorite white flowers. That's when she died. So not much about her there, definitely, but I like the poems. I have a list of her poems. Other poems, you got Allerton, Walls of Corn, and other poems. So definitely you can check this link out for all her other poems in there. But yeah, that's the poem. I love the poem. So I think she said she was based in the rural areas of her life on farms in rural New York, Wisconsin, and Kansas. Kansas? Is that correct? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that is our poem for today. Quick one, but I loved it. It was good. It was great. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. So thank you guys for listening in, and I appreciate it. So November rain has begun, and definitely we are in the month of November. The rain has come with power, and like, yes, I'm here. It's announcing its arrival midway through November, but it was right on time with our poem today. Exactly perfect. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. So number one, remember to join our book club. And book club, we are on Facebook, and also we also have our WhatsApp group and channel as well. So if you want to follow us on WhatsApp, you can follow our channel on WhatsApp. We are also on YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn, definitely. So if you are on one of those platforms, you can follow us for more interesting videos. But we also post we have our channel just for poetry. It's called the Poetic Flows Podcast. There's a brand on YouTube, so definitely check that if you want just to go through only poetry. But yeah, apart from that, that's it from me. Thank you for tuning in, and we shall see you next time. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye. That's it for me. Take care.